Hi, junk journaling friends. It's Tammy from Frou-frou Studio, and today I am going to make, I hope, a never-ending tag following a tutorial by Louise Heinzl at Junk Journal Art. Let's do this. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope everybody has had a good week and is getting ready for an exciting weekend. I watched a tutorial last night by Louise Heinzl, art with Junk Journaling Art, and she did a never-ending tag, and it was a challenge given to her by one of her junk journaling friends that I could never in a million years pronounce her name, but I will link Louise's video in the comment box under mine, so that if you want to go and watch her video, which I highly encourage because I'm sure it will be better than what I'm about to do. She gives really good instructions on how to do this. And I watched that video last night, and so I am going to try and recreate what she did, and hopefully I can remember well enough as we're going through this to not get myself lost, and we'll be able to do this. The only thing that I have done so far in prepping for this is I've got my 2 pieces of paper ready that we're going to use for the actual tag, and these are printables from her shop as well, and the name of the digi that this is from is called Restless Fields, and I had previously printed these off because I want to use them in this journal, which we'll be working more on tomorrow, but I think the colors are perfect for it. So I already have those printed off, and so I thought I would try this, and since that journal is going to be a little bit quirky anyway, I think this would be a good tag to put in there. So basically what you're going to need is you're going to need 2 pieces of either a digi or a piece scrapbook paper, some kind of paper, and you are going to want one that is going to look good if it's cut in half this way, and you're going to want one that's going to look good if it's cut in half this way. So when you're picking out what you're going to use for your papers, keep that in mind. For example, the one she did had a face, and so she wanted to cut the face so that when this line was cut, it wasn't cutting down the center of an eyeball. And then, like I said, the other one will be cut this way, horizontally. The measurements she used were 8 inches long by 4 inches wide, and so I have cut mine the same, and of course you can alter that to fit whatever journal you're working in, but she did make a point to say that whatever this is, you want this to be half of that. So that's why you know, she did the 4 and the 8, and like I said, that's what I did as well. So the oh, and I just backed mine. You do want double-sided paper, but my digital was just printed on copy paper, and I didn't think that was going to be sturdy enough, and so I backed mine with a piece of tea-dyed paper that also has a stencil on it, just to give me a neutral background. So for this first piece, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut it in half, which is going to be 2 inches. So I'm going to get my cutter over here. And like I said, you want to be sure when you're picking out your picture that it's not going to be something that's going to look funky. Cut down the middle. So we're going to go 2 inches and cut that in half. Okay, and then this piece, we're going to go half of the 8 inches, so we're going to cut it at 4 inches. Okay, so this is what you have. You have, and I'm going to move that because I'm going to have to put my scoreboard over here, and I don't have that much room for both of them. So you're going to have 2 pieces that are cut in half horizontally at 2 inches, and you're going to have 2 pieces that are cut in half vertically at 2 inches. I'm sorry, this one's 4 inches. Did I say 4 inches? If this one's 4, this one's 2. Okay, so the next step is going to be to put our score marks in. Let me get my scoreboard over here. I don't have a little one. I need to get a little one so it doesn't take up so much room on my workspace. Okay, so now what we're going to do is score these, and you're going to score your 4x4 inch pieces at 1 inch. So let me move it over here so I can tell better what I'm doing. So you're going to score at 1 inch, and then you're going to, on both sides, and do this one the same way. 1 inch. And 1 inch. Okay, so that's both of those. And then these pieces, you're going to score at 2 inches. So we've got 1 inch, 2 inches. 1 inch, 2 inches. And if this doesn't work, then don't do what I'm doing. Watch her video. 1 inch, 2 inches. One inch, 2 inches. Okay. So we'll get that back out of the way. All right, so now what we have is we have our 2 sides here that are scored at 2 inches, and we have our 2 sides here that are scored at 1 inch. Okay, now, Louisa says this is the toughest part, is figuring out where to put your glue. I'm going to fold those over a little bit so we can see those lines a little better. So you're going to take the 2 pieces that are 4x4 and make sure that you have them the right side up and the back side facing out. And then you're going to take your 2 pieces that are 2 inches by 8 inches, and you are going to lay them down this way so that this is what you have. Okay? Now, where you want to glue is, you want to glue, and you're going to leave a little bit of a gap so that you have room to fold when you're folding your tag. But you want to lay your glue on the 1 inch here down to the 2 inch there. So we're going to put glue in this area right there, and I'm going to use the Kiddo Art Glitter Glue so we don't have a lot of glue seepage. You don't want a lot of glue seepage in this project for sure. Okay, and then we're going to glue our piece down. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. So we're going to have it to this crease, and then we're going to have it 2 inches down again. So I'll mark that a little bit with a pencil. And glue inside lines. Oops, inside the lines, not outside the lines. Here. And again. Now, she did say that you do want to be able to turn this. So if it's brushing up too much, then you want to move it to the outside just a little bit and trim it off. There's a terrible match up right there. All right, now we're going to do the same thing down at the bottom. So let's mark our 2 inches. I sure hope I'm doing this. I am remembering this correctly, or it's going to be a total flop. So then we're going to place this one here. Yeah. And the same thing, you don't want this overlapping. That's, I think, gonna be too high. Let's take that off before it. You don't want a big gap there because you want it to look nice when it's closed, but at the same time you don't want it touching. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing over here, inside the 2 inch by the 1 inch. Glue that down. For some reason, No, I think that's right. We'll see in a minute. I'm getting this creepy feeling that's not right. But we'll see in a minute. I'm going to give that glue a minute to dry and trim up my edges here a little bit. Okay, so what's supposed to happen now is see, I'm afraid that's going to be, I'm going to flip that backwards. We may have to trim that off because that may be going to cause a problem. Okay, that happened to her as well. So, since we are, you know, I think I may have, see, this is why I hate stuff like this, guys. I think I glued those in the wrong spot. No, maybe not. Okay, so these outside edges have got to come down a little bit. So let me get my paper trimmer back. I know y'all are thinking, what is she doing? I'm not sure what I'm doing, honestly. But we're going to try here. See if we can get it to work. That's better. I need to come off just a little bit more. Little bit more. Take it off this side. A little bit. And slide just a little bit. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Let me get all these out of the way. I'm thinking I glued that one in the wrong spot, though. All right. So, we go from here to here. I think my trimmer needs a new blade. Oh, come on. So that's the first step. This is the one that I'm thinking that I have done the wrong way. Okay, here, here, here. Yep, I think I've done that one the wrong way. Have I got you totally confused yet? Okay, obviously I'm going to have to pause you and go and look because I have glued something in the wrong spot, I think. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I have figured it out. I was just being a dummy. My glue was in the right spot. The problem that I had is that these top two edges were too long, and so when I was trying to flip it, they were rubbing, and so I had to take and trim just a little bit off these two top edges so they wouldn't hit each other. So now we can flip this, and this is the way it works. It opens this way, and then these will flip up, and then this will flip out, and then this will flip back, and you're back to where you started. Again. Down, out, and back to where you started. So that's kind of cool. I like it. And then, you know, now you can embellish it however you want to. You just want to be sure to be, you know, not do anything on your folds or anything like that. I mean, definitely we want to dress this up a little bit on the inside here, so that when it's opened that way, you can have some decoration there. And then I'll probably put something on the front as well, the front and the back, that won't be in the way. But the first thing I'm going to do is cut my little corners on it so that it actually looks like a tag. And you can see it does make it kind of flimsy, you know, once you get all the folds and the cuts and everything in it. But she did say that once you get your embellishments on there, and your other pieces, that it does sturdy it up a little bit. So that's one thing to think about when you're doing this. And she did pick corners, but she did not put a hole. Obviously you can't put a hole in the middle because you have cut down the middle. So, but you can give it a tag shape like this. And of course I'm going to ink it all over. So it wasn't a total fail. Sometimes when you watch something you think, oh, I can do that, and then you go to do it and you're like, what the crap am I doing? And I thought I had the process down. I just obviously left my back pieces too long, and they wouldn't shuffle around like they were supposed to. And of course, you don't have to do any kind of embellishment on this. On the inside, you could leave it for a kind of like a secret journaling spot as well. It'd be kind of cool, actually. But I do want to do something to at least the outsides of it. Get it all inked up here. And like I said, you just want to be real careful not to put anything on your folds, like where your folds are. And I just you know, took my bone folder and put the creases, put nice creases in there, because you want them to be nice folded creases so that they work well when you're moving everything around. And I always have to start at the beginning because I can't manipulate my way through this unless I start at the beginning. Isn't that crazy? I think I can figure it out. Okay, I think I got them all. So, this is where we want to worry about decorating, is right here in this area. Embellishing, decorating, whatever you want to call it. We're not going to worry about doing anything for this because this is just part of the flipping process, obviously. And that still is catching a little bit. I may have to trim that just a little bit more. Oh, and one thing is, if you notice, when you get it to this area, whatever images you put on here are the back of the tag upside down. So you might want to keep that in mind when you're deciding what to put on the back side. That's why I picked something that was kind of, it didn't really matter, because the butterflies on this paper were upside right and upside down, so that doesn't bother me too much that some of them are upside down. But do keep that in mind when you're picking something, that when it totally flips over, it will be upside down on this side, and then your plain surface is on that side. Okay. All right, so let's figure out what we're going to put on here. I think I'd like to put some kind of label. Are my labels within reaching distance? Oh, you know what? I might have something. I got this book at my local thrift store today. Actually, at an antique store. It's like an antique mall kind of thing. And it is a let me get to the front here. A yearbook of the United States Department of Agriculture from 1898. The paper's really cool in it. It's that really slick paper, and it's got all kinds of cool black and white pictures in it, and it's also got several, watch, I won't be able to find one. No. Illustrations of different fruits and plants and stuff like that. Bugs. So I thought that was kind of cool. See, here's some more butterflies and moss and leaves and all kinds of stuff. So maybe we can find something in here. Although I probably need something with a little bit of color on the front. We'll definitely be using this book though in this journal. I think all of these are black and white. They're not going to stand out enough, so we won't use that. I played with my jelly plate a little bit yesterday trying to figure it out, and I have a couple of jelly prints. That's kind of cool looking with that. And then I have, this was my first attempt, my paper tour. I just used like regular paper, and I think I let it get too dry. And then when I tried to peel it off the jelly plate, yeah, it ripped. So I don't know if you guys have done any jelly plate stuff, but I was really happy with this one, with the way this one came out. So we could use a piece of this, and we don't want it to, obviously we don't want it to be anything that's going to stick out too much, because we got to be able to flip this thing. Decisions. All right, so if I open this up, that's not going anywhere. Okay, it has to go, so it's going to be right there. So I don't want to bulk it up too much. Let's see. Yeah, the jelly plate's gonna take some practice, I think, but it was really fun. I just gotta figure it out. It's like everything else, right? You just gotta figure it out. I don't really want to cover up that caterpillar. He's kind of cool. It's not really enough contrast either. What should we do? What should we do? I like this color with it. We can maybe do just a little. Okay, let's try. What if I got... I'm going to tear out one of the index pages from that, and what? This is what happens when I don't plan something, when I don't make a plan and I'm just trying to do something. It just, see, there's no purpose of that because you can't even tell. I think this ribbon is flat enough that we can use a little piece of that. me find. The bad thing is my project folder for this little bad boy is way on the other side of the room. It's got all my labels and stuff like that in it, my field labels and all that. Ill prepared, ill prepared. That one doesn't have enough variety. Little one. One might work. There's a butterfly stamp. See exactly how I want to do this here. I don't know if I want that butterfly on there. I'm kind of liking it without it. Let's ink it up, ink this stuff and see what we got. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll put a little bit of cheesecloth on there, maybe. Give it a little more texture. Whoops. About set everything flying across the room. I'm not using much, so we don't have a lot of bulk. Just kind of give it a little bit of grunge here and there. I think that'll work. And let me see if I can find a little number or word to put on that label. wish that Exhibit A would fit, but I think it's too long. Yeah. Specimen. It's a little too long too. I like the size of this label though, so I don't want to go. Maybe I could do this. I don't know if you all have ever used these little rub-ons or not. They're Tim Holtz. And they look pretty good. I don't know if they're even made anymore. They're kind of a pain sometimes, but they do look really good once they're put on. Oh, and did you see that? I flicked it and I have no idea where that little A went. I will never find it. Never, never. So, but you just peel the back off those. Yeah, I have no idea. I'll find it stuck to me somewhere down the road, I'm sure. And let's see, what can I rub that with? Do I have my little... Yeah. Well, if I can get my hands on it. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. Else got an A in it that I can steal. I could put a number, exhibit number. That would work, wouldn't it? If I can keep from flinging it. Yeah, these are a little fiddly, but they look pretty good. And I'd say that you could, like, put several of them, like a collage-y looking thing, you know, and rub them all off together, and it would be maybe better than trying to do what I'm doing and piece them together. There we go. Come off there. That'll work. Let's ink that. Just to make sure. I see some ink on there. I think I've already done it, but we'll do it just to make sure. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. So let's get that glued down. And we will, oh, did I ink my, yeah, I did. And then I think we'll call that a video for today. And then tomorrow I will be back and we're gonna start making some pockets and things like that for our quirky naturalist journal. I need to make some pockets and some journaling cards. I'll show you here in a minute. I do have all the pages in where I want them to go. So it'll just be a matter of getting them decorated now. And I will probably continue to embellish this, but I don't want to bore you guys to death with that. So I'll show you the finished tomorrow. I just mainly wanted to show you the process of how to do it. And even though probably wasn't the best tutorial in the world, like I said, I will link Louise's tutorial in the description box so that you can watch hers too. The tag that she makes is absolutely gorgeous. She is working on an ocean journal with her paper collection called Ocean Eyes, which is gorgeous. She designed it and it is absolutely gorgeous. And so I've really enjoyed watching her come along with those. And she made one of these for that journal. So I thought I would try it, and I guess I did okay for my first try. And, I was going to show you the pages. Okay, this is where we are with no embellishments. So I think by the time that we get all of our pockets and everything in that we're going to do, it's going to be a nice sized journal. And I did fix my boo-boo where I glued the paper upside down on that one. And you can see there's all kinds of different pages in here. So I'm really excited to do some work on making some pockets and things like that, and getting that done. And I think the only other thing that I did from the other video is I added this key on a chain because I just liked it. I thought it looked cool. But yeah, I think this is going to go really well when it's finished. And we'll add that. It will make us a pocket somewhere to put in there. And I got that really close to that fold. See, here I go panicking. Nope, it's okay. Okay, we're good. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you try it. It is fun, and I love the way that it operates. And if you do try it and make one, please post it on Instagram and tag me in it so that I can see what yours look like. And I will see you guys tomorrow.